So, let me show you some real quick. So I know I just did a comic review of Namor from my friend Chris. Thank you as always, brother. And he just sent me this today. Yep, my first foray into the Absolute Universe is going to start here. I don't know when I'll be reviewing this because I have another book coming in, not from Chris, but from me, that my friend Matt helped me get. That being Godzilla Monster Piece Theater, and we're going to collab in a review for that. But I'm just letting you guys know, like from the jump, there's just going to be a shit ton of DC comic reviews. I've been saying it in a few other past reviews, is I've been stockpiling DC comic reviews, and this is going to be the first one because I've been really excited to read the Absolute Universe, and Chris is also going to be sending me Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Superman when those come out in trade. So yeah, you're not going to see a lot of Marvel or any other books because, like I said, I've been more interested in DC. And yeah, absolute. Let's see how absolutely amazing the Absolute Universe is. So yeah, so I know I've done this, but this basically with with Absolute Batman in my hands, this made me go, you know what? What other characters would I like to see in the DC universe get the absolute treatment? There have been already a few characters. We already know Absolute Green Arrow is coming. We know that's the next title after a big Absolute event. But there are still some other characters that should get some big name characters that should get the absolute treatment as well. So we're going to, and I know I did a video like this before, but hey, it never hurts to remake a video for any new subscribers out there. So we're going to talk about like what other characters should get the absolute treatment in the DC universe. Now, the thing is, we don't know how long the Absolute Universe is going to be. We don't know how many characters are going to be there, but I imagine there's going to be a few more. So I'm going to talk about some other characters I would like to see and how I'd kind of do them if I had a shot to do them. To write them, I mean. So we're going to talk about, we're going to go through that right now. Starting off with Absolute Aquaman. Absolute Aquaman was one I've kind of thought of. I never really, I should have thought about the first and foremost. And I'm shocked we haven't gotten Absolute Aquaman. We got Martian Manhunter and Green Arrow before Absolute Aquaman, which I find kind of funny. No disrespect to, Jean and Ollie, but, you'd think after how the DC succession goes, it's usually Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, then Green Lantern, Flash, and then Aquaman. Or Aquaman, then Green Lantern and Flash. It's usually those six that are on everyone's minds. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten an absolute Aquaman. Though I do imagine that's coming at some point. As to who would write it, I don't know. They've usually... I would say Jeff Lemire, but he's doing Absolute Flash right now. So... I'd kind of like to see what Ram V would do with him, with an absolute, because Ram V did do a comic, which I haven't read yet, from Black Label called Aquaman Andromeda, which is like a Lovecraftian horror type story. So I'd like to see that, something like that. So Ram V would probably be my pick for an absolute Aquaman comic. For Absolute Aquaman, I would say maybe the story could be Atlantis is gone, it was destroyed, and Arthur was blamed for the destruction of Atlantis, and now he's living at the harbor where his father once lived. His father's gone, and he's kind of living as a sailor or a fisherman and hiding from the people of Atlantis who are constantly after him. So this is something like that. Next up, Absolute Shazam. I would absolutely adore an Absolute Shazam book. I've said that before multiple times. Who could write it? That one I don't know. That one I think... that one I'm not 100% sure on, who could do that. But an Absolute Shazam book would be really cool of, showcasing the Absolute Universe's version of the Greek gods and what happened to them. And maybe, again, the other thing that makes it interesting for an Absolute Shazam book is that for an Absolute Shazam book, you would have to have Billy Batson, the most hopeful character in the Absolute Universe, be kind of a shit... what happens when Billy Batson doesn't have hope or is a good person? Does the wizard Shazam still choose him, or is it something else entirely? And what are the Greek gods and what is their fate? So I think that would be really cool, of like an absolute Shazam book. Following that, we have for another character I think would be really cool to get the absolute treatment. And this one's a little like, this one would be kind of like a body horror story almost, and that is an absolute Plastic Man book. I would absolutely adore an absolute Plastic Man book. That would, like I said, this would be like The Fly or like body horror at first. Like like Eel O'Brien is like trying to like learn how to stretch, and he just keeps like stretching and stretching. He can't like just have a moment of panic of like, why can't I change? Why can't I pull it back? Why can't I pull it back? It's just like he's getting tangled in himself, and he's like, oh God, I can't breathe. Like, talk about like the horrors of the stretching powers. We never really get that. We never really get like that kind of body horror kind of thing of like, you're literally your body's now made of like a rubber elastic form. So now what happens then? So just kind of like a moment where like he's getting tangled in himself and he's like can't tangle, he's just panicking. That would be a great scene. So Absolute Plastic Man would be another character I think would be a lot of fun in, again, the body horror kind of way. For let's talk about some supernatural characters, because we don't really have that yet. Outside of Wonder Woman, we don't really have a supernatural character. So I think would be kind of cool is Absolute Swamp Thing. I would really be down for an Absolute Swamp Thing and also Absolute Zatanna. So for Absolute Swamp Thing, Absolute Swamp Thing would be that in an absolute. So for this one, it would be that Alec Holland is in here. Have it be that he did find a cure for himself and turn back into into his human form. But the thing of it is, it's like almost like an Incredible Hulk or Jekyll and Hyde thing, where the Swamp Thing creature in the green is trying to force its way out of his body. So it's, again, we go back to that body horror kind of thing. That's kind of a loose idea I would have, but Absolute Swamp Thing would be cool. Absolute Zatanna would be another one where I would say Absolute Zatanna would be like, what if she never knew her father? What if she never knew Zatara? And what would that be like for her? Would she still have that kind of fear of over the magic of words, or would it be something else? And also it would be nice to have more female titles, because we've had just a bunch of, it's only been Wonder Woman and everyone else. And finally, I would probably say like an absolute Hawkman Hawkgirl book. Like maybe go deeper into their resurrections, maybe also talk about what happens when they don't remember their past lives. Are Carter and Shiera, what happens to them if, you've actually know, rather than not know about their past lives, have it be that, yeah, they know about their past lives, and they're both kind of crazy. So have it be they've been locked up in different asylums, and they think they're different people. And it's almost like a multiple personality thing. It's kind of like, almost like Moon Knight in a way. So maybe have like Jed MacKay or Jeff Lemire do that. That'd be kind of cool. But anyway, those are just a few ideas for absolute DC characters. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what are some DC Universe characters you'd like to see get the absolute DC treatment? Just comment below, let me know. And yeah, other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.